some Milky Ways. They're not sponsoring us. So in this game, I guess we should introduce ourselves first. But
hello, my name is Tim.
I'm Derek.
And I'm Ben.
And we are Many Bothans. I'm Many Bothans.
Trace Bothanos.
Yeah. We are the three Bothans. If you haven't seen
all right, so some X-Wings going on your screen right now. So on the right side of the screen in the Mathwing t-shirt is Quinn, a longtime local player at Curio Cavern, and he will be flying Darth Vader with Juke, TIE X1 title, advanced targeting computer and engine upgrade, Turfiner, the TIE Interceptor, who I believe he's Shooty Scooty. That's what I call him.
After he attacks, he can perform a free boost or barrel roll action.
Yeah, and so he's got veteran instincts to push him up to PS9, even with Vader, and then Autothrusters and stealth device, the standard Royal Guard loadout, and then Valen Rudor, who is sort of the opposite of Turfiner. After he is attacked, he can perform any action, and he has Push the Limit, the V1 title, Autothrusters, and Proton rockets. And then on our other side, we have Dan in the Stormtrooper shirt. He's got Major Rhymer, who can increase or decrease the range of a missile or torpedo by 1. Very popular ship in Armada. Not quite so popular in X-Wing.
This is going to be the first time I think I've ever seen him fly.
Yeah, so he's got Deadeye, Proton torpedoes, extra munitions, guidance chips, and advanced homing missiles. The advanced homing missiles are particularly good with Major Rhymer because he can throw them at range 1 to 3 instead of being limited to just range 2, which is normal for him.
They're also going to be really good against the advanced prototype because you cannot use your evade when being shot at with the advanced.
That is missiles. Regular homing missiles.
Is it?
Yeah.
Which one's advanced?
Deals a crit.
Oh, but then
deals a crit through your shields.
Cancel it?
Yeah, it does a face-up damage card through your shields. Captain Jonus is another TIE bomber. What he does is he allows another friendly ship, not himself, another friendly ship at range 1, attacking with a secondary weapon to reroll 2 attack dice. He also has Deadeye and extra munitions and Proton torpedoes and guidance chips. No missiles on Captain Jonus. And then we've got the Inquisitor, with the V1 title, Push the Limits, Autothrusters, and Proton rockets. So 2 different named prototype pilots, but they are both kitted out the same.
Who do you think has the advantage there?
I'll say I've got some grumpy old man thoughts on both these squads. So I'll start there. I don't know who's got the advantage yet.
Let's hear your grumpy old man thoughts.
So I really like Juke on Darth Vader. Since he gets 2 actions, he's able to get some mileage out of that, and being high pilot skill is really great with Juke. So you can use it on offense and then still freely spend your evade token on defense. I'm not sure I really like the engine upgrade, just because Juke is going to be eating so many of his actions already. I don't think he's going to want to get a whole lot of use out of that engine upgrade. So I would possibly
Where else would you put the points there?
Maybe a shield upgrade on Vader. That would be, or a missile, like a cluster missile on Vader, perhaps. And that's really the only thing that I would possibly change for that. I know that engine upgrade is really popular on Vader, but I think with a bit of careful planning, you can make your barrel roll do a lot of mileage for you.
And the cluster missile, specifically because of the Juke, that you would get the effect of Juke twice. Is that the thought?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and you're just able to throw out a whole lot of dice if you need to, put down a ghost or a U-boat. Getting to throw those 6 dice. Although your advanced targeting computer is going to be no help to you there.
That was a real slick. Did you guys see how slick Quinn's first asteroid placement was? He literally just slid it right out in the middle.
That's exactly where he wanted it too.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, I don't know how much work Captain Jonus is going to do in this list, because advanced homing missiles, which are really probably the threatening thing here, they're hard to get through on high agility ships because you're only rolling 3 attack dice. And since you don't have to spend your target lock, or in this case the focus, with Deadeye to shoot it, so you still got your focus plus guidance chips to modify your dice with, I don't think those rerolls are really going to come in handy.
It's always hard to make up for how overcosted Major Rhymer is.
Yeah, he really. We've talked about this before, but on the scale of?
I believe this TIE bomber is facing the wrong direction here. He might be up to a bad day if he does not get. There we go. All right.
What? How many points was Major Rhymer's pilot ability? Wasn't he one of the 2 or 3 ones?
I think it's maybe Captain Jonus who's got the really expensive pilot.
It's Rhymer.
It's Rhymer.
How much
paying
is
like
Rhymer's
I think you're
base
paying
cost?
like 5 points for Major Rhymer's ability.
Major Rhymer is PS7, right?
Yeah.
And so Tomax Bren from the Veterans coming out is going to be PS8 and be cheaper and have a better pilot ability. So.
Yeah. I think Major Rhymer could have seen some play with the advanced homing missile, but I think advanced homing missile needed to be 4 dice. We're going to double check that real quick to make sure that that's the right number of dice that it's throwing.
While you guys are checking this, I do think that this is a really interesting matchup. I like seeing similar lists, the different factions fighting in amongst themselves. Like, it's cool to see 2 Imperial Aces that are so different, yet have some similarities, with the advanced prototype. But the advanced prototype is really, besides them being both Imperial lists, 2 bombers versus an interceptor and advanced, this is going to be a really interesting matchup.
So the advanced homing is 3 dice. I think that's probably what's limiting its utility, because that makes it really hard to put it through against aces. I think if it was 4 dice, still capped at the 1 damage, then you would probably see Major Rhymer getting some play, especially now with guidance chips to help you score 4 hits.
So we've seen an actual pretty similar setup here. 1 ship away with the 2 ships next to each other.
Both the prototypes are the ones that are isolated also.
Yeah, well, they are very maneuverable. And you can see, Valen does not want to go up against the 2 bombers. So he's done a hard turn away. And the bomber's just going to slowly move forward.
Yeah, and plus the barrel roll just to give him a little bit of extra distance if he needs it later. You know what? I don't really know who has the advantage here. Normally, I would say, aces against bombers, the aces are just going to outmaneuver them. But if both of those bombers are able to point at one of those aces and, fire their Proton Torps, there's going to be a lot of blood in the water real quick. I don't know how well they're going to do in the end game, though.
That is a lot of ordnance, and if you can get off that ordnance, I think that the win is with Dan here. Mm-hmm. But I think it really depends on whether or not he's able to get the shots he wants. Vader's very maneuverable. Turr is very maneuverable, especially with the higher pilot skill.
Yep.
Then I think everyone on Dan's list, Dan's highest pilot skill is 8 with the Inquisitor.
Yep.
And Turr is now pilot skill 9, so he's going to shoot and be able to boost or barrel roll.
Yeah, and Vader's also 9, so the 2 aces are higher than Dan's only ace, which could be a lot of trouble for him.
Yeah, well, especially because you have to be an arc to fire that ordnance.
Mm-hmm. But everyone on Quinn's list could kind of take a 4 dice shot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's taking 2 in the same round. That's going to be really deadly.
Yeah.
But also Dan's limited on the number of times he can do that. He can double shot only twice because Captain Jonus is only carrying 1 proton torpedo and extra munitions. So what's really...
well, but don't forget, the Inquisitor also has...
proton rockets.
Yeah, proton rockets. So I think he could do double shots a total of 6 times?
Yeah, so those proton rockets are going to be pretty clutch. One thing I found running Jake with proton rockets a lot is you can pull down 1 ace very quick with munitions. when you have to go up against 2 aces or 3 aces, it starts to get really challenging because you've got that one trick. And here he's got, more than one trick, but he's going to need a lot of tricks to pull down 3 aces.
Yeah, and Dan's list is stacked very highly in favor of getting hits, but those hits can be canceled out by equally good evade rolls. And if you're able to get the evades, it really negates the ordnance in a big way.
Yes, so I think not Valen, Turfanier is probably going to be the target that he'd like to go after first, because he's not going to be double tokened up like the other ships, and he has the fewest hit points. He has no shield, so if a Proton Torpedo hits Turfanier, Turr is going to be in a lot of trouble. The other ships are just a little bit harder to do damage to. You're not going to get those the crits right away unless you're using the advanced homing.
Well, but Turr is also fielding 4 defense dice as opposed to the other ships. So it's going to be even more feasible to reliably, if you can roll well with the green dice, not take any damage. If it's a range 3 attack, especially.
Well, and and the other thing is with Turr is you can, again, after he attacks, he can get that booster barrel roll to get it range 3 or out of arc. It looks like Dan is going directly for Valen.
No,
he won't catch up in time.
No, I think his plan
he's going to
is,
turn in.
I think he wants to go straight down the middle of the board, and that makes it extremely hard for the aces to slip past him. If he turns up sort of through the rocks in a round or 2.
So maybe like a 2 bank left.
I imagine we're going to be having shots coming from the top of the screen to the bottom of the screen in 2 rounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if not this round.
Okay, so that looks like the 3 bank coming in. So just a little bit faster. He may have just needed that to try to help him get around the rock with Major Rhymer the next turn, assuming Major Rhymer is doing the same maneuver.
Yeah. Well, without Valen doing that barrel roll, there could be shots this round. So, that might be another reason why he went for the 3 as opposed for the 2, just to try to get that extra shot off.
Yeah, he's trying to get action with Valen before the other ships come around. I just don't think that's very likely.
No, especially Valen's got a 5-4, and that that's the end of that discussion there. 5-4.
It's not a green 5-4,
no,
right? But his 4-4 is green, correct? Or is that incorrect?
I believe it's just the.
It's funny. I'm looking over to Ben, but I guess really none of the 3 of us really fly the advanced prototype all that much.
It does have a green 4-4.
Yeah, but it's just the 5-4 that's not green.
Right. So it's only the A-wing has the green 5-4. Which is why the A-wing is the best wing.
And any Num ship that has a 5-4.
So that is some excellent piloting. Dan's coming around that rock towards the inside. I think, predictably, Quinn is going to cut in too.
There's no...
What other Rebel ships have 5-forwards? Is there any white 5s on the Rebel
There are no ships with crew that can do a 5-forward for Rebels.
Yeah, I decided that too while Tim was talking.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know you guys are listening.
No, I'm not.
You can put Neon Num on a CR90 though, and all of its moves are green.
Does it have a 5-forward?
It does not have a 5-forward.
Does it have a 4-forward even?
It has a 2-forward?
Yeah.
No, it has a
3-forward, right?
It goes up to 4, but their moves are slower.
Yeah.
But you can do some shenanigans with Neon Num if you have any other upgrade that is like after performing a green maneuver.
Yeah, I think
do whatever. So you could do it with no, I don't know what I'm thinking of. I was thinking Kyle Katarn, but that's when you remove stress, not when you get yourself a green maneuver. And
so what are you doing here with Turr? 5-forward?
Well, the Inquisitor looks like it's setting up for a 2 hard left, right?
Yeah.
But that kind of blocks where the bombers want to be unless they're going straight.
Yeah, I think the bombers want a 1 bank left. But I think
I feel like they're going straight hard.
If I'm Turfiner, I'm doing a 5-forward.
I don't know.
4 forward. I'm trying to zoom in, get real close, take my shot, then barrel roll to the other side of that rock.
Mm-hmm. But he also risks just getting caught and lit up by double torps if he comes in.
Yeah, if you go
because he won't get auto thrusters.
Well, they can't fire the torpedoes at range 1.
Oh, one of them can.
Yeah.
Oh,
Major
right,
Reimer.
Major
can.
Reimer.
If you go 4 forward, or maybe even 5 forward, I'm not sure if that would get too close to the rock with Turr.
Well, it's tough to judge distance.
I don't think you can barrel roll out of arc.
Right.
Of,
if
of
they
a
just
left
do
hard Inquisitor.
Oh, the Inquisitor is not the biggest.
You're
risk
worried
there.
about the. Yeah.
Still,
So
the
you
Inquisitor
think
still
he's
has
gonna
proton rockets,
he's gonna hard turn the bombers to the left, not go straight?
I
and try to
think
hit a bank in?
just one bank's up.
Yeah, one bank to the left, I think. Is
Okay.
That puts them pointing straight forward.
Sure.
Possibly a 2 bank if he just wants to get a little more range.
Yeah, Inquisitor probably would hope that Turr would try to come in close and be able to get his pockets off.
I think we might see the Inquisitor do like a 3 bank and just kind of get out of the way and set up a flanking run while the bombers go up the middle.
Okay, so
This is
interesting move with Valen.
I like it.
Yeah.
Staying in slow and making sure that he's set up for the next round.
Maybe one attack barrel roll and not have to face a second attack.
Well, see, here's the other thing is that when he gets attacked, he gets to perform that free action, and then he can push after that.
Yeah.
So he didn't push right here. I think he just took a focus. And he's just allowing himself to push later if he wants to. And this is actually not a bad position to see Jonus turning in like this. You know, he's going to block a substantial amount of maneuvers from the Inquisitor.
Be out of arc of Valen, it appears, but should have a shot on wherever Turr's going.
Yeah, so one thing that's going to be tricky with Valen Rudor with Push the Limit is you can't turtle up for that first shot.
Right.
You're only going to have one defensive token because you want to make sure that you can get your free action.
Well, that's basically the only way he can push the limit, because if he pushes during activation, then he can't use his pilot ability.
Yeah.
When.
Yeah, that was surprising. Like based on that 3 bank with the.
Yeah, this is an interesting choice here.
There's not going to be any place that really the Inquisitor could go and get an action. So it looks like he was just bumping.
I think that just might be okay.
Is that going to bump against
I don't
the
know.
lead? It looks like there's not going to be room.
It looks
to
like
fit
he's not gonna.
the other bomber, so he's going to have to come back another base or so.
Yeah, a lot of X-wing is like, surgery. How many hands can you get in?
You don't need to go that far back, but somewhere around there, yeah.
I don't mind this for the Inquisitor. I think if the Inquisitor can just stay at range and use his auto thrusters, he'll be able to weather a couple shots. It's really just getting the bombers into position. I think that's much more important than giving the Inquisitor actions.
Yeah, I'll agree. But again, this now 5 forward would be really good with, a hard forward maneuver would be really good with Turr.
What's a hard forward maneuver?
I didn't want to say 5 forward because I can't judge the distances. So
That is a 4 forward now. Right at there at range 1.
Yeah, so he'll be able to shoot and barrel roll out of one arc, but not both of them.
Well, maybe you're referring to the bomber's arc. I think looks like he'll be able to barrel roll out of Major Reimer and the Inquisitor's arcs.
Yeah, but not out of both bombers.
Not out of Captain Jonus's, I would say.
And if he spends his focus attacking Jonus, or attacking Reimer, then he can be in trouble against a torpedo.
You would not expect him to, unless it was 4 foci.
So Vader took his target lock and evade token. Get the most out of Juke.
Yeah, and just go ahead and put a crit right onto those ships with no shields. So you see Turr shooting first.
It's like just 1 hit.
Oh.
Nothing?
He pulled those dice up real quick.
Wrong number of rolls.
Okay.
That's what it is. Looks like a focus and a blank, or a evade and a blank.
It doesn't look like any damage was
Okay,
done.
so an evade and a blank.
So for those of you wondering why we don't know what's going on, we had a slight technical mishap, largely very dangerous. The sound didn't record, but luckily
So
we
this
can
is-
see all the cards here to figure out what's going
I
on.
think he's gonna need to push forward
Well,
here.
this will actually be better for some of our YouTube viewers. There was one comment that said they didn't like us, me
There we go.
prognosticating, like knowing everything that was going to happen beforehand.
Only one?
Only one.
Okay.
Only one.
It looked like even pushing forward on the barrel roll there would not have gotten him out of arc based on where he placed the one straight token. So I
Yeah,
think he's gonna remain in both of the bombers.
Well, I think he was nervous about getting hit by the these poor dice. He was getting worried about running into the rock. the
Yeah,
following
next turn he has a better spot now. That's right.
So one crate is definitely going through. And we have no idea.
No idea what that is.
But it looked like bad news.
Looks like there's a lot of text to read, so it's probably not a direct hit.
We don't see any focuses getting pushed out or anything. Excuse me, stress. So it's not a thrust control fire. We know it's not a major explosion. Let's go through all. What damage cards do we know it's not?
console fire. It could be that.
It could be a console fire.
Based on the amount of reading there, I'm
So it
thinking
looks
it's something
like-
where you have to
So
take
we're
an
gonna
action
see
to
some
roll.
bombers.
Reimer is going to attack Vader. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Quinn.
Thanks.
So that's the proton torpedoes.
with the.
It looks like just straight up 4 hits.
Yeah, so here's the other thing. I guess you don't want to spend the focus because you're going to have to take the hit from...
You get.
I think you go ahead and. So he's gonna get the reroll.
Oh, blank.
And did he already guidance chips before the reroll?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his chips.
So that's a mistake. What you would do is just reroll them both and then guidance chips after the fact.
Mhm.
For,
Yeah.
and I guess he maybe didn't have 2 shots on Turr.
I think he's trying to kill Vader.
Maybe.
Yeah, the crit machine there is pretty dangerous.
I think more dangerous than not.
So that looks like a lot of nothing.
It looks like at least one evade.
Yeah. So, ooh, that's 2 shields and a crit.
Oh,
So that was the
One
that was
shield.
not an advanced homing missile.
Maybe it was.
No, that was the other proton torpedo, I believe. And then we're gonna watch.
So just 2 hit points left on Vader, presumably.
Yeah, this is a tough turn for Vader, definitely.
This is the range 1 attack from the Inquisitor.
Yep.
2 eyeballs and a no, 2
So-
hits and an eyeball.
2 damage coming in.
Oh,
Vader's dead.
That is
Woof.
a rough first turn.
So who would you say has the advantage in this game?
Well, I think it's pretty clear now who has the advantage.
Valen Rudor, because he's going to get attacked a lot, so he gets a lot of abilities to do.
Mhm.
a lot
The
of
more
chance to do
actions,
his
the more
extra
you win,
actions, yeah.
Yeah, so Jonus only has 1 more munition remaining. So once he fires that one, he
Still
becomes
a
a
support.
blocker.
He's still a support chip in terms
Yeah.
of rerolling the others. Not much there, so would you get 2 hits there?
Yeah, it looks like 2 more. On to Reimer.
Yeah, obviously, I think you go for Reimer first just because he's the squishiest and he's got the most munitions.
3 hit points left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
anytime
now-
you can make munitions go down with the ship is a win.
What do you take here? You take the target. Oh, I guess he's not going to take the action.
He wasn't shot at.
Oh.
Wrong way. Yeah. Turr gets it when he shoots. Inquisitor gets it when he's
Yeah,
shot
and there's
at.
so much to keep in your head when playing this game.
So you gotta think that there's gonna be a 1 hard to the left from Turr, right? And that seems to be
Mhm.
the only way he's gonna. Maybe a 2 hard would fit too.
Yeah, these interceptors that do not have push the limit can get kind of nasty where how they can maneuver. And you know this from flying your Alpha all the time. Being able to do 1 hard. It can catch people off guard because they're so used to flying against Sunterfell, who does a 2 hard basically every turn.
Brought to you
And
by
we see
Snickers.
the first Milky Way bar coming out.
This on a Snickers?
And like Quinn's list, that Milky Way bar is now half dead.
and full of caramel.
I'm pretty sure that's a Milky Way. It doesn't look like a Snickers.
So how hard do you think Quinn is gonna be coming in with Valen here? Well, we'll find out in a second.
yeah,
Not very hard at all. Okay, so
No.
2 forward.
Well, he can't fire his rockets before those ships shoot, which really kind of sucks with Proton rockets. One of the best things about them is just getting in that alpha strike and clearing something off, which allows you to get, like with Jake Farrell, you can get incredibly aggressive with him when you are reasonably certain to get a kill.
Is it Farrell or Farrell? I guess it's Farrell.
It's I am Farrell. Never meant to make your daughter cry.
Yeah, so we have Captain Jonus doing a 3 hard.
Oh,
Does not
right into him.
look like it will fit.
No.
So that's in
That's
Quinn's
good news
favor.
for Quinn.
Alright, I'm not sure I understand why he went so fast here. I guess a slower maneuver would have bumped, so he wouldn't have been able to get an action.
I think also he thought maybe he needs to clear himself out a little bit. And also maybe he didn't think Quinn was going to come that far in with...
He just couldn't have come any less, though, with that ship, right?
They don't have
There's
a one
no
bank? Or...
one forward, is there?
Oh, I guess you're right.
There's no one forward.
And
Oh, so he was just trying to turn both of his guns at him.
Ooh, but
But going over the rock with a bomber...
is that going to fit in there?
It will, but this is not where you want to be. So is that a debris cloud or an asteroid?
That's
So
an
rock.
asteroid.
So that was Reimer, right? Who just went. So now we're looking at 2/3 of his hull gone. If is that a stressful maneuver? The hard.
No.
Oh, he must have gotten a damage engine.
Oh.
I'm surprised we didn't see the 5K from him, though.
Ooh, he did take a crit, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I would have expected the 5K and then just come back the next turn with the green maneuver and have a pretty good position. But I guess he'll get a range 1 shot on Valen, which is not a great thing to do because he'll give Valen an extra action.
But would he... there aren't too many great options there for actions, right? He's just going to get another token.
He could pick up the focus too, because I believe he did the target lock evade, so he could pick up a focus to fire his rockets. He wouldn't. He's got the target lock on the Inquisitor,
But he's only got
but
2 hit points left on
So if
on Jonus, so...
yeah, I think just a
potentially 1, that could be a direct hit. So if Turr does a 1 hard here and can fit around the Inquisitor, this is the best thing for Quinn.
Does
yeah.
Turr have a shot on...
He takes a
looks
focus.
like it.
He fires it
and then boost.
and then boosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an excellent position to be in. So the question is that, we know that there's at least 4 damage down on Reimer. Does he go? Yeah, okay. I think that's the right move is to kill.
Is it
Reimer.
obstructed? I don't think so. Not the way that it should be lined up. Yeah.
Yeah,
no
it
obstruction.
should be lined up so that there's no obstruction. Remember, it's the closest point to closest point, except if they're arranged
Within your
parallel.
arc.
Yeah, in your arc. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you're parallel, then you get to pick which points to measure from.
Looks fairly good.
That
3
looks
hits.
really good. Yeah.
And nothing on
Reimer
defense,
lands.
so
Yeah.
he's going to blow up.
And then Turr is going to brilliantly boost or barrel.
Oh, crit was the last one.
I'm really impressed you can see these die results.
You just gotta have
You should
faith.
check out our Patreon page.
Say
You can help
something.
us get a new camera. It's really high on the list.
You can generally tell by the body language of the people involved more than the actual image.
That's not the way it should be. We also would like to do picture in picture, maybe get a little dice overlay. Just remember, you can help support our content. Visit our Patreon page.
So that looks like
and
2
subscribe
hits.
on YouTube.
It's like a hit and a focus, re-rolled to 2 hits,
Yeah,
but
and
plenty of evades.
going into the Inquisitor.
So
that's
the
all
end
the
of,
shooting
end
there.
of the round.
Yeah, so there's 1 torpedo left.
On Jonus. Prockets are still on both
Yeah.
Inquisitors.
Yeah, so I think he's got to put
Or
that other
advanced
torpedo
prototypes.
into Turfineer, and then let his Inquisitor fight Valen Rudor.
So
I think the Inquisitor obviously has the advantage over Valen.
No one on the table has taken damage, is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
So I don't think... And Valen for Vader is actually same number of points.
Or Reimer and Vader
Yeah,
are
Reimer-
both 36 points.
Yeah.
So if they play real slow, we're looking at a draw.
But we're also looking at Captain Jonus is now down -2 points because of his extra munitions.
Right.
If he can hit...
That doesn't like, if it went down to MOV at this point, it would be a draw, right?
It would.
You have to kill the...
Yeah, it would be a draw, but just talking about the strength of what's left on the board, Quinn has basically a 2-point advantage with the squad.
Right. Whereas, in this case, as you go down to 2 ships and only 1 torpedo, Turfiner is a better ship to have on the table than Captain Jonus.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know if the 5K has room for that bomber, because that would... actually, no, it wouldn't even be the ideal maneuver.
So Valen, is Valen going to hit onto the rock, or looks like not from how they're laying it out?
No,
there.
he is measuring from the side of the ship.
Ah. So
Valen just crashes.
to his own ship.
Yeah, which will give him potentially good position against the Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that
yes,
he
the 5Ks.
correctly...
Plenty of room on the 5K.
The trouble with the 5K here is next turn, after you clear your stress, are you going to have a shot on Turfneer?
Well, I think the big problem with the 5K is that Turr is coming at you still.
That's going to happen, probably no matter what. It's hard for a bomber to get away from an interceptor.
Agreed.
But if he had a little more distance, then he could clear the stress and have a shot next turn. But in this case, Turfneer is going to get close enough that after another round of movement, Turr's just going to be outside.
Well, now this is a really interesting
Doesn't
because
look
it doesn't
it
look
as
like
arc.
there's no arc. So the Inquisitor is sort of sitting there. It's a real tough choice.
And it's not clear that a boost would get him out of arc.
No, I don't think it would. And I'm not even sure he could boost to the right.
I think he could boost and barrel roll out of arc. I would judge that. But it's even then close.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And he doesn't really know where Turr's going.
Exactly. Yeah,
He could have boost. He could barrel roll left, boost right, and possibly get out of arc.
So
as
do
well.
you-
But that's what I was thinking. Or the straight.
Do you turtle
straight
up
boost,
here?
straight boost, barrel roll left.
Right.
I think that is more likely to get you out of arc, but the other one puts you in a better position for next turn. If he does do the first idea here, he's not in a great spot. But
No, I still think the Valen is still going to have a shot.
I don't think so, actually.
Well, he will be okay to do a
Yeah,
hard
one or
turn to come
two
after
hard,
Turfneer
yeah.
in the next turn.
Yeah, but I think he'd be a little better with the barrel roll right boost and still be out of arc.
So we're going to see a hard turn from Turfneer. So this is now very good for Captain Jonus.
Because he's not going to be facing the
Yeah, and this,
any kind of 4 dice attack.
Yeah, and even more so, after Jonus does a green maneuver next turn, he potentially still has a shot on Turfneer.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if Turfneer had just gone straight, then he's not going to get a shot in the round after this one.
At least he will still be getting Autothrusters on the defense roll here. If he's the
Yeah,
target.
two dice into...
And the interesting thing
5.
is, he kind of has to go after Turr, because if he goes after Valen, Valen can boost right and have an arc shot on the Inquisitor this round.
He could boost right, push the limit for a focus, and then fire his prockets.
So did that barrel roll get him out of range 3?
I think that was the intention.
So that would mean that if he does fire at all, it'd be a range 3 attack, and he would. Yep, he's managed to pull that off. So if he's going to fire anything, it's going to give
So yeah, I think
Valen a shot on the Inquisitor this round without any tokens.
This is a mistake.
He is firing the
Yeah,
primary
he is
attack.
firing.
Yeah, I think he should have just
Yeah,
chosen
and
not to attack there.
Now we're gonna see a boost right,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he couldn't fire torpedoes because he didn't focus.
but now he can push the limit to focus.
Yep.
Yeah. Or
Wow, he's not...
So that's a really interesting choice. I mean, I guess he's setting up for next turn, but I
I
at
don't
that
understand
point,
that.
I mean, am I wrong in the push for the focus?
Valen still gets to shoot, right? He's after
He would.
Major
Who's got
Reimer.
initiative here?
Uh,
I think Valen...
Quinn has initiative.
Quinn has
Yeah,
initiative.
so Valen would have had to have shot first because they're both 6s.
Oh, okay. I see.
That's what was going on there.
Ah, that makes more sense.
that does make a lot more sense. But yeah, Quinn's still in fantastic position with Valen. Although now I'm concerned about Jonus. So what do you do here? Hard left with Turr to try to get a shot at Jonus and move around, and then I guess just a hard right one with Valen to try to shoot at the Inquisitor.
Potentially they both break off. I mean, Jonus is in a position where he has to guess who is not going to break away. Because once he commits to going after one of them, he's gonna, it'll be a little hard for him to turn around. So if he guesses the wrong direction and that ship's gone off and the other one's come in, he's in trouble. So either they can both break away or both head in. No, I wouldn't have one scoot away and one come in, because then you risk Jonus having picked the right one against you and only getting one shot back at Jonus. So see
See, and I think I'm shooting Valen if I'm Dan. Easier to predict where he's going to be, and I would rather be firing at Turf than the Inquisitor.
Yeah, well here, he's just going to do a straight maneuver. Pretty conservative. Just take the focus.
But he wants to go farther to avoid Turfiner being at range 3 if he does a one hard to the left here.
Yeah, so pretty predictable. One hard turn with the prototype.
Now, do you turtle up here?
I don't think so, because
you probably won't have a shot if you do, but
also you might be taking
the right might not fit there.
You might be taking a procket shot.
Against whom?
No, you might be getting shot at.
Oh, that's out of range 1.
No, because he target locked and evaded, so he does not have. He doesn't have the focus.
Yeah.
Right, but if he gets shot at by
the Inquisitor, would be the only one.
Or Captain Jonus.
But that'd be after his attack.
No, you would definitely shoot at Turfinier. And is he gonna fit in there?
Yeah, it looks like it did fit. Okay.
Yeah, so he's gonna just take 2 shots at Turr. Is what he's gonna go for there.
Yep. You think we'll see the one hard left?
So one hard towards Turr's left.
Yeah,
Turr's left. Stage right.
You could see something like a 5K.
Gets him out of range and really great position. So we'll find out.
I thought stage right was.
The right on the screen.
The 2 is interesting because I'm not sure. It kind of limits the options for actions here. In movement next turn, but there's the.
This is going to be great. He's going to bank boost. He's going to get a shot and then just barrel roll right out of this.
Ooh, that does fit there. Okay.
Although the Inquisitor is range 1 either way.
But you can't fire
the Inquisitor.
He can't fire his Proton.
Oh, range 1 because the ability, of course. But so they use the 4 dice from Turfiner on Captain Jonus, but only 1 hit and 2 evades.
Scoots out of that. But yeah, see, he just wants to avoid the range 1 shot coming back from
Captain Jonus, but he'll take 1 from. He's still got this 4 dice in defense, but no mods. Otherwise.
Yeah, and that Inquisitor does have target lock on him, so that's going to be... this could be really bad for Turfinier. He will get he will not get Autothrusters from the Inquisitor.
It looks... Yeah, no, because of the pilot ability. It would naturally be range 3, but it won't matter here. So this is the Inquisitor on Turr.
So looking at this, they
one
have...
hit, 1 focus, 1 blank, right? He's probably going to... Not target lock? Okay.
They have Quinn has 1 less point than Dan. Why wouldn't Quinn give
They both killed 36. So why would he no.
Total points
because
their list. Why would Quinn want to give initiative?
Because he wants initiative because there's another 6 on the table. Because if he's attacked whether he can if he has initiative, he can between attacks. I don't know, something like that. That's not relevant here, is it?
Oh, the new rule for the timing of that?
Yeah, I'm
I think he just wants to be able to arc dodge.
Well, then he would not want initiative.
No, I don't know.
We weren't paying attention to that part of the game, so.
I'm always thinking.
So this is Captain Jonus's attack.
On
is
Valen.
It does look like it's over the rock.
I don't know. I think it looks clean. Well, it's hard to tell. We'll see how many dice Quinn rolls.
Yeah.
If he rolls 4, then we know.
So a little bit of a
Looks
non sequitur,
like 4.
but if you ever are chopping jalapenos and then you have a beer, don't touch the top of your beer bottle because it's going to get really spicy.
So looks like
4.
4 hits of some sort, and an Autothrusters, and a focus.
And an
Yeah, he
evade,
gets
I
out.
think.
So he didn't need to take anything.
I don't know.
And now he's
Hmm.
Valening barrel roll right.
It's an interesting spot to be in.
It
I think I like it.
it'll give him a one hard right option next turn that might block the Inquisitor and still get a shot on Jonus.
He might be able to block both Jonus and the Inquisitor. if
Yeah.
he One
Yeah.
hard right and then boost.
But that would, and then he might be able to set up a shot with Turr without having to take any shots coming back if the maneuvers go his way.
Yeah, I'm interested as to also why Dan didn't fire his. Or didn't use his target lock
On
attack.
On
he
Turr
wants,
with the
maybe he
Inquisitor?
wants to save it for proton rockets.
yeah, I thought it would be worthwhile spending there without any tokens on Turr.
Mm-hmm.
He got 3 evades anyway, so it probably wouldn't have mattered. But I still think he should have used it. So we'll have Valen going first, probably one Harding, and it's gonna be tough for Dan to get good shots this round, I think.
I mean, he can 5k the bomber after, although
That might be on the rock. I can't really tell here.
yeah, it's gonna be close.
And he's not. He still has his proton, right? Did he fire it there? He fired it there, so he's all out, right? He fired it on Valen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jonus
So
no
he's
longer
a-
has ordnance.
Jonas is down to just. But the Inquisitor still has the prockets.
Yeah, so
With
if he can
2
keep,
rerolls if he can stay at range 1.
if he can stay at range 1.
Alright, so here comes Valen with the
one hard.
critical.
So does
What he does now, that's the real question.
I think I would just stay there. I think better to take some actions.
So he's moving his target lock and
Yeah, and evade from the title, and then focus BTLing.
Yep.
yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, he might have been able to block, but here he can maybe still block and also have a chance of getting a cool attack off.
Well, and again, Jonus is a paper tiger at this point. In terms of, he's going to fire at most 3 dice. And that's a range 1.
Yeah. It'd be neat if with the Inquisitor he goes after Turr here and is able to clear, but is that what he's doing?
I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna get in there, and it'll probably have a good shot with the prockets on Turr.
Unless Turr did a hard one to the left.
But Turr will get to shoot first.
Oh,
And
he
then
could
barrel
barrel
roll.
roll. Yeah,
Yeah.
he could barrel roll and focus.
I mean,
'cause he-
ideal here would be the standard interceptor left hard 2, and then a barrel roll after the shot, and then he's just gonna get 4 dice free off of on the Inquisitor.
I think a left hard 2 bumps him.
No, he's gonna be right where he wants to be with the left hard 2. He might already.
I'd say he's staying in that position there.
Yeah, I think he needs the barrel roll to have a chance.
See,
Yeah,
I
he
think
sees
this
the
is the
hard
right-
one,
this is the right-
and
Yeah, he's almost out of arc already. Yeah, definitely a
And
barrel roll will
focus.
get him clear here. After the shot.
So I guess my question is,
Who do you shoot?
Do you attack it? Yeah, that was...
yeah, you
got
clear the bomber.
Yeah.
Just because blocking with him can end up being really dangerous. So 2
just
hits.
2 hits, but only the 2 in defense with a focus. 1. No, nothing at all.
Looked like he may have gotten a focus and
Yeah.
just saved it.
Didn't use it on his head.
I think he's hoping to keep it.
Barrel roll in. Puts him in a real good spot for next round. As well as getting out of arc.
And proton rockets.
And getting out of arc. So these
Cool.
proton rockets from Valen.
Target lock,
Or from
focus.
Oh, and just 5 nats.
And there's nothing that can be done.
2 focuses, so you can, right?
Yeah, so it looks
Or
like
one
he's going
focus,
to
one
get...
evade.
So now what he's thinking is, if I automatically die, I'll get simultaneous fire
Simultaneous,
at least.
So keep the focus.
Yeah. And that seems to be what he's doing.
But it's just a 3 dice primary, right? It's unless he gets blinded pilot.
Now, I'm not sure why he flipped that card, unless he's going to flip this
he's
one.
getting multiple crits coming in. Something with a lot of text.
They're reading it for the benefit of the microphone that's not listening.
Yeah.
Alright, so Jonus is still alive.
But he's going to take a simultaneous
yeah.
fire. I think he took enough hits there, though.
No, I think he spent the focus to
Okay.
live.
Okay, he lived with the
I
focus.
mean, he's still going to get to shoot.
Okay. Yeah, he only dealt out, 3 cards?
But, yeah.
So, yeah, hitting 2 crits.
I mean, he's still got the focus and the evade. He's probably not taking any damage anyway.
Right.
The 3 unmodified dice versus 3 heavily modified dice is really tough.
Is that 2 hits
Looks like 2 hits.
and an evade?
I think it looked like
Enough.
I
Yeah,
think
he's
Either
Skates.
way.
So Jonus lives. One more round.
A little bit.
If you can call that living, right?
Yeah. So he's got 2 crits on all. We're not sure what they are. We know he didn't take a stress. He didn't take a direct hit. Did not take a major explosion. Really, the crits that he's hoping for here are double major hull breach. When you got, I love when you have 1 hit point left and you take your crit's a major hull breach.
Yeah, that is.
Like, yeah, I'm not gonna fix that. So like, anytime Jake takes it, I love it. It's not a crit.
Yeah, or the if you have the lowest pilot skill and you get a damaged cockpit, great, good.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard for Quinn to have a shot this round. I'm kind of tempted to just turn and not try to shoot at Jonus this turn.
You don't think Turr can?
1 hard left.
Yeah, I mean, depending on where.
Yeah, I imagine that the major or the captain is just going to go whatever 2 bank left or something. But it'll be hard to both be slow enough to not hit him or pass him, but also have the arc with the dial on the interceptor.
Yeah, I think a hard turn from the bomber. He's got to set himself up to do a 5K and get back in the
No,
fight
to
again.
2 hard left.
Or potentially a bank can set up the K.
Yeah,
turn.
either one there. But I think both of those make it hard for.
Or just like a forward and bump and try to, just gum up Turfinier's position.
Even then, even if you just go straight, I don't see how Turr's going to get a shot in that direction. So it's probably better to go 2 or 1 hard right, I would say. Probably 1 hard right. So yeah, he is going after it. Yeah, he's not trying to get any shots on Jonus, I would say. He's just trying to throw some dice at
Yeah,
Inquisitor.
also, in Jonas's position, he's now at the point where Quinn can kind of just kill him at will, because he's got higher pilot skill and he'll do the 1 damage. So he can kind of ignore him until Jonus becomes a threat.
And,
So we
And
have
then
no
just turn
idea.
it over.
he
We
can't
have no
become
idea
a
what
threat.
those crits are. It could be a stunned pilot. He could be getting damage every time he bumps into something.
Yeah, he's probably only rolling 2 dice most of the time now. So he's if anything, he just wants to be near the Inquisitor to boost the rocket shot that hopefully
Yeah,
will come
he can
in.
still possibly be dangerous taking like a range 2 focus shot at Turfinier if Turr doesn't have any tokens on defense.
Yeah, but with how hard he went there, he does open himself up to the 1 hard left. I don't think Turr will
so
do
he
the 1
just
hard
rolled
left
a die.
For a crit, trying to flip down a crit.
Okay.
as an action.
So that's probably going to be weapons malfunction then. I don't think it's worthwhile to try to flip down a reduced agility.
Could
But if it's reduced attack, the bomber's useless at 1 die.
Yeah.
Or it could be just the no actions.
Yeah. Damage sensor array?
Yeah.
So either one of the ones will work out well for for Turr here. If he's, I think it was between those two probably, the left one and the right one.
I think he may have chosen the right one.
Either one. I think he's going to do the right one because of where he put Valen, and because of how many moves by Jonus would have blocked up Turr. He probably couldn't go that way, but looks like Dan's recognizing that and trying to get out of the arc of the one. He won't be able to get out of the arc of the one hard right and the boost though. Even the one hard right won't get out of arc. So yeah, that's a surprising position. Is he trying to get out of? Just trying to get range for more defense dice?
He's...
might have wanted to boost there. Try to get out of arc. So he did go. He's surprised that he did do the one hard to the left, which I think is going to seal the deal on.
So
Jonus.
now,
Jonus
if he
sure.
kills Jonus, he will be able to form a boost here as well. Because Jonus will be destroyed before Turr's ability procs.
And it's counting up, and I don't think he can survive that.
Nope, so... And the reason why I would think a boost, like just a forward boost, might be good here is to allow him to safely do a K-turn in the next turn.
I don't think he'll need to K-turn. With the Interceptor, I think he's better off.
Yeah, okay, so he's just going to do
one hard left, probably, and then a barrel roll, maybe, or depending on where the Inquisitor is gone at that point. Adjusting.
We're forgetting to shoot with Valen.
Yeah, he did not do that other shot.
Probably wouldn't hit anyway.
These things happen.
Meh.
You know, you get so excited for doing all that damage, you forget.
Yeah. I think...
I think he's just realized it.
Yeah. I've had...
Oh, they let him go back?
I think they will. I don't know, maybe not. Quinn's the kind of person where he's not gonna...
Yeah, he
He's
said,
not-
don't
Yeah,
worry
no.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll get you in the next one.
Yeah.
It's only going to be 2 dice against...
3
looks like
with an evade.
3 with the
Yeah.
evade, yeah. It's
I've
not
had-
gone through, but...
I think anytime I have like Wes Jansen when I'm flying with him, I get so excited about being able to shoot tokens off of people. I never take an action with them.
Mm-hmm.
An interesting move there. I'm
Possibly
this
trying
might-
to get the
It
block.
looks like it's
Yeah,
doing the block
no,
and
I-
giving Turr more time to get around.
I think this is the correct... If you can rob the Inquisitor of his actions, he's much less dangerous.
Is that a K? No,
No,
it's just a
it's-
one.
He
hard,
can't
okay.
K because he's got the stress.
Yeah. He will get that shot off on Turr pretty much regardless of where he's going.
But it's an unmodified shot.
Yeah, but if he's doing the one hard left, he might have had the plans. He might have known he was going to do this, and he was just going to 3 or 5K. But I think he'll probably one hard left.
That target lock was on Valen. Yeah, that was on Valen.
They're resolving that, it sounds like.
I hope they are.
Yeah.
I'm glad Dan was able to catch that. It's interesting how many moving pieces there are in this game. It's so easy to make a mistake like that.
So will
Oh,
he
is
barrel
that-
roll to try to get a shot here?
I don't know if a
Or
barrel roll
turtle
can
up.
get him. Yeah.
Barrel roll gets him a shot, but I don't
He
know
could
if
potentially
it's-
barrel roll out of range,
That's
which
what
I
I-
think is
that's
what
what
he's
I
going to go
think you do.
for.
And to get a better angle on
the following
the
round.
following move, but
Does the advanced prototype have a sloop?
No.
so it turns out the way it worked out, I think a 3 or 5K would have been more beneficial in the long run here.
No, it looks like he does have range.
That's
Nope.
not how I'm reading it. No, yeah.
It's saying no.
It was almost like in response to you saying that. Quinn shook his head.
No, Derek. No future Derek. You were wrong.
Yeah, so we'll almost certainly see just the one turn in from...
A lot of one hard lefts in this game.
Yeah, Valen's not in great position. I think we might see a one turn followed by a barrel roll just to put him back into position.
And possibly block if
Yeah.
the Inquisitor's done something short
Like a
and
2.
lefty.
His lefty maneuvers.
Yeah. Because the Inquisitor is going to want to be going as slow as possible to try to get a range bonus exclusive to him against Turr, unless he's trying to follow Valen somehow, but that doesn't
Valen
seem
fired
very...
his prockets, right? But the Inquisitor has not yet.
That's right. I think.
Say it with confidence, it'll be
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, Quinn has fired his proton rockets. We did see
Yeah,
that.
there was 5 natural.
Yeah, he put
natural
those
hits
into Captain Jonus, I believe.
Yep. Reimer? Jonus.
Jonus.
You're right, Jonus.
Yeah, we're gonna see the one hard barrel roll. Well,
He could,
the
the
barrel
roll's
roll's
not a great spot,
no.
so he might just boost. He might,
I'd still do it. You don't win friends with salad.
the barrel roll's not a bad spot, but it looks like he's doing it. He can't fit in there, really. I mean, maybe even a 1 hard left wouldn't. So there's a lot of moves that are blocked by this. He's got to be going at least a 3 forward to clear, I'd say.
And
No, it's just a 1.
one bang is just gonna. All right, so that was a very, very good block there.
So no actions from Inquisitor. Turr probably 1 left hard. No? Is he? I can never see the dials. Yep, 1 hard left.
So do you focus or?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you focus.
I was thinking if that shot's obstructed, but it's going to be unmodified in defense, and he could boost. I don't know if that really helps him though. Probably.
He's
I think
gonna
focus is best.
probably seem
Oh, he is going to boost.
boost straight. Is that gonna be at range 1? Looks like it.
Oh, he's
Maybe
going to
not.
boost to barrel roll out.
It looks like it's still range 2, but I can't really tell from the angle.
Yeah, it looks like the original shot may have been obstructed, but
You
I
can
think the
also
focus
barrel
is still.
2 hits. A lot of focuses.
A lot of results there.
They look like focuses,
see some
most of them,
paint.
but maybe they're evades.
Yeah, well, we did not see any shields come off,
So maybe they're
so I
evades.
think that does look like 2 evades.
Now, does that barrel roll get him out? It doesn't look like it.
Why? Because he did turn a little bit with that 1 bang.
They're measuring now. It looks like he
He's
nips it.
got him.
So range 1 shot, 3 dice on 3 dice, no
4
mods.
dice stealth defense.
Oh, still hasn't been hit. 3 on 4 then.
Yeah, Turr
So
still.
that looks like
Lots of hits.
yeah.
Lots of
And-
focuses. He's dead.
Oh,
So 3 hits and 4 focuses? Is that
Well,
what
this
happened?
just swung dramatically in the other direction.
Ooh, was that
No,
really 3
I
hits
think-
and then 4 focuses or blanks?
yeah.
That's what it looked like.
And remember, Valen still, the Inquisitor still has proton rockets.
Yeah,
And
that's where I think
he's
this-
got the pile skill superiority here.
Yeah, and he's got 2 more points killed. So if it went to time at this point, we'd have a mod win for Dan.
I'd just like to say we all said that he should take a focus. Quinn dealing out his damage cards for Turr.
Just all the damage cards in the deck right there, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think there are any left over, actually.
So, I don't know. After not taking the focus there, what do you think? So his dad also plays at the store regularly. You think he's going to be in trouble when this video comes out?
I don't know.
I think he might be grounded. He might have to start flying Poe for a little while to learn to
actually,
take focus when you need it.
They said that they weren't going to be able to come the next couple weeks, and I think it's because Quinn lost this game.
Oh.
If he loses, that is.
That could be.
Yeah.
He might be taking him to interview at military academies. Where they.
That looks like it'll clear.
Oh, that's
but
so close.
Nip it. It doesn't really matter because he's probably rolling for it and not getting a shot either way. Oh, yeah, it's a K turn. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like it clears then, right?
Yeah, if he is not on the rock, that's going to be...
He'll roll for it, but...
And he'll get a shot, and he's already got his target lock. That's... that was ballsy.
But no focus, that's the important thing.
Right, so he can't fire the rockets, but he's still going to have a range 1 target lock shot.
What
here.
does the Milky Way have
This
to say
is a
about this?
second...
It's a Snickers.
It's not a Snickers.
It looks very distinctive.
There's some green
Oh, it
in
looks
that
like
wrapper, I
he
feel.
did take a damage there.
Yep.
It's definitely a Milky Way. He had them out on the table at the start of the game. So
That was like blank.
2 hits, I believe.
2 hits.
Use the
Yeah,
evade
so
token, so no damage taken.
Yeah, so he's gonna skate out of 2 damage there.
So Inquisitor now has a damage taken, and Valen has no damage taken. Sound right?
And the Inquisitor has to go over this rock.
Again.
Yeah, and so that's why I think the barrel roll makes a ton of sense there, is because now you can just do a hard 1 and try to set up a shot.
Well,
I think
what do you
he's thinking
expect?
about pushing right now.
Pushing to boost?
Who knows?
And the other alternative there may have been to try to come around the other way and set up a K turn to shoot at the Inquisitor when he goes back over the rock again.
So you thinking
Candy bar now.
you thinking like a 1 hard to the left to clear the stress, and
With who?
with Inquisitor?
Hmm.
Would that, I don't know about that rock placement. It looks like
Or
it
a
clear.
4 forward.
Just try to avoid.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to not get shot.
Because the K turn is now blocked by that rock.
And you've got to stress.
Well, the 1 hard would clear with the Inquisitor
Oh, I see what you're saying. The following turn.
this turn.
Yeah, I would just do a 4 forward with the Inquisitor though. Clear stress. Try not to get shot. Try not to take a damage on that rock.
Presumably another 1 hard left from Quinn to try to get it an arc if he does go any type shorter to the left.
Yeah, I think that's
Maybe a 1 hard left barrel roll. No, I think he should be setting up for. He's got the hit point advantage now, especially if he takes another damage going over the rock. So he should be trying to set up for the following turn having a good attack. What
Trouble is, if we had just both these ships being, focus evade every round, he
never getting
could
anywhere.
barrel roll and try to pin him on the rock, but
Ooh.
he's not doing that.
He turtled, or is he deciding now?
I think he's decided.
He already had the barrel roll, so he.
He's just
What
staying
do
there.
you mean he already hit the barrel roll? He just moved.
Oh, sorry, he already put out the focus token. Is that-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a focus token and a old target
So
lock?
yeah, there's
his both
Dan
have target
has the
locks.
older target lock. Yeah,
So
that's
it's
the
3
older-
straight.
Dan has the older target locks, and then Quinn has circular target locks.
So this is an important roll here. The last shield is
The
off.
last
Yep.
shield is gone. That's a
No,
big-
damage card.
Oh, it is.
Wait, what? What did he?
No, he's pointing out that he's
dealt
got a
a
shield.
Yeah,
damage
wrong
card.
Yeah.
person. Okay,
Yeah, he
shit.
dealt it to one of the bombers.
Yeah, that's
so
just the
shield's
second
down.
shield.
That is now a huge advantage for Quinn. Just because anytime the Inquisitor is going to look at him, he's going to get to look right back.
I'm really trying to think back. Like I know Quinn told me what his record was at the end of this night.
Oh, don't
Oh,
spoil
I know-
it.
I know. what it is.
I can't remember.
I
can't
don't know what
remember.
happened.
So
But even if
don't
I-
ruin it for me and
Even
the
if
viewers.
even if I could tell you his record, we don't know how it impacts this game. You know what I mean?
Okay, well now you've already told me that he's not 0-3 or 3-0.
He might
right?
be though. He might be. But that would be, those would be the only ways to know for sure.
They've both won some games and lost some games. But actually, I think Dan might still have the advantage, even with
No way.
hit points down. So the difference is Dan has Autothrusters,
So does.
and he's going to be No.
No. Dan has all like.
I mean, he
Quinn
has
has-
them. They're not effective.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Right, and I think with Valen just throwing 2 dice into a focus evade Inquisitor, he's gonna have a hard time doing any damage.
Yeah.
I don't care.
They're not going to be at range 3 this next round. Though.
Yeah, but I don't care that the Inquisitor is down 2 hit points. I think the Inquisitor still has the advantage on putting damage on.
So we're
I
going to see a
agree.
4 straight from Valen and a 2 straight from the Inquisitor, or do you-
Yeah, because Valen needs to get in close. The Inquisitor wants to go slow.
But he's
But
not going to be
Valen
able to go
doesn't
slow
want to get
enough.
too far
Valen doesn't want to go too far. Why not? That
because
will-
if he misses it,
Well, then they'll do
and
it
they'll
again.
dance again. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so
Yeah, that's a 4 straight, right?
yeah,
That's-
okay, so that's Valen there.
And
Yeah, I
then
got it mixed up.
either a bank right would also fit, but
Yeah.
I think he'd rather
Oh, the other advantage here is if Valen,
can arc dodge.
if Valen wants to be able to fire his proton rockets, he's not going to be able to fully turtle up. And
Valen
that's
Valen
gonna-
Valen
doesn't have his
proton.
proton rockets.
only the.
well, if he wants to reload them.
So it looks like they both have.
Oh yeah, the Inquisitor
each
swapping
other
with his proton
are-
rockets. That's a huge advantage too.
He's just gonna focus.
He's already got his target lock.
Okay.
It looks like he
They
may
both-
have just reacquired his target lock to get the.
So it's
the evade.
balanced. It looks like they'll both have shots in arc at range 1.
I don't think
Well,
I don't think Valen's gonna
Valen
use
will.
shots.
Valen will
Five.
after a barrel roll.
No, he won't
Why not? Is he stressed?
because of that.
Derek
Oh.
is
I'm
spoiling
predicting that these 5 rocks right here might be pretty good. I actually don't remember how this
So-
game turns out.
I'm not sure he can.
4. That's not okay. 1 is 2, so he'll be down to 1 hit point.
And it is
Direct hit.
oh,
No.
Just is it a blinded pilot? He seems bummed. So what is this other thing? No,
So he still is alive.
I don't know.
and he
but-
can barrel roll. So I mean, he's still got his focus and a target lock,
Yeah. So that
Looks
means it
like-
was not a blinded pilot.
or
So he's gonna
or
sh-
damage
or
sensor array.
direct hit.
Reroll. That's 3 damage, isn't it? So he's got to
Yeah.
evade 2 of these to survive with 3 dice naturally, right?
Yeah.
He still has a focus out though.
Why?
Yeah, he
why-
did not spend that on the shot.
So there's two pain, so he will survive it down 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh.
And did I count wrong?
Yeah, that's correct. So
Was
they
that
both
3rd
have-
die not a hit that Quinn rolled?
No, he did.
Okay, then shouldn't he take 1 damage?
Yeah.
No, players at the store cheat all the time. Though.
It's 100% true.
It
At
was
least,
probably-
at
the
least
third
they've
die
been
is-
drawing from their own damage deck this game.
Yeah,
Oh.
not stealing opposing players' dice.
Hey,
I
if-
think this is one of the things that really makes Curio one of the strongest stores is you get so much practice at cheating.
Yeah.
If anyone wants a 17 out of 33, a 29 out of 33, a 14 out of 33, this is some of my
everyone
layest.
Come, do you really?
No,
Should
I gave
add
them
it?
to you. I gave them all to you.
All
Just,
right.
give
Just
it-
come to Curio.
Give them to the store and they can put them next
Ask
to the magic
him.
cards.
Yeah, ask him
in the display case.
if there are any
An
extra
A-wing
damage.
dial.
You have an A-wing dial?
So no one tells Speedy, but I think I have one of his stress tokens.
Boy, I hope he doesn't watch this video.
With his son in it.
It might happen. I might have one of his stress tokens.
Are they acrylic or?
They are acrylic and they're just like his. So I know I stole them from somebody,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure if I stole them. It's probably his though. So Speedy, if you're short one of those red acrylic stress tokens, let me know.
I want to see what's gonna happen now. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There's some outside noises here.
Yeah,
Oh, the other way.
Uh,
Wow.
okay.
so it looks like he held on to his stress.
Yeah, no.
Oh, he's
gonna,
he
he's
knows
gonna
he's
push.
gonna yeah.
Yeah, this is an almost impossible match to win at this point.
It's gonna come down to some dice again. If he can mitigate the range advantage of Inquisitor when they do come back around to joust, he's got a chance. If he can survive he's got to be really defensive with his token selection. But then if he can get lucky on a response attack and do 2 damage to the Inquisitor before he takes 1, it's rough, but it's not impossible.
Not impossible, but statistically unlikely.
Don't tell me the odds. Never tell me the odds. One of those.
We're gonna get that in, I think, at every one of these commentaries. Never tell me the odds.
Never tell me.
Oh man, I really wish I knew what that crit was.
I believe it is Yo Mama. Surprised he stressed himself there instead of just allowing him to do a K-turn.
I wonder how much. These are 60-minute games. I wonder how much time is left at this point. What can we see?
I think there's 65 minutes.
65 minutes, but this has got to be like the last.
There's probably about 5 minutes left in the game.
Okay.
Which
Might not be enough to finish the job, as we need another couple rounds to get in position to get an attack off.
Or there's Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be able to finish this. If Quinn can hold on to just the mod loss.
There's that slide again.
Hey, we should call it the Q slide.
Mod loss is still a loss.
Mod loss is still a loss, but you know, talking about MOV and all that.
But
jazz.
I think in Tuesday nights at Curio, nobody, you got to go for the win. If this was a regional,
and it's early in the tournament,
Yeah,
losing
then
by 3 is awesome, right?
yeah, you just want to go ahead and preserve your points. Oh, it's not awesome. Winning is awesome. But
losing by 3 in the early rounds
Is
of a
better
tournament
than
is better
winning
than
by
winning by 3
Yeah.
in early rounds of a tournament.
Depends on the number of players. Sometimes getting a mob win is really great. Like,
winning is always better.
I just want to be clear. I don't really
Not
understand any of that. I'm just regurgitating what I've heard other people say.
Winning is always better.
there was a
You feel better on your insides. You're a winner. That's also a good thing.
I gotta be honest. My insides generally don't feel that good.
It's because you don't win enough.
Fair.
So like there was a satiric post about from Team Covenant about how it's like beneficial to take IDs
third
or
round
losses
draw.
early. But
Yeah.
the sad thing is like it was a little too good of satire and actually made sense, you know, which is when satire is at its best. And so I think it actually had some good advice about real cases in which it would be better to lose or draw than to win. It's rare, but it is possible.
But I think with like a regional, if you're driving, 2 or 4 or 6 hours to go to a tournament and you don't play a game, that's a loss. Or in my case, going 4 hours down to North Carolina and skipping 4 games because I was on the O2 drop crew.
But didn't you use your bye at West Virginia Regional?
Yeah.
I still have mine.
Well, if I had used a bye and still went 0-2, that'd be pretty embarrassing because I would have lost the bye.
That's funny.
Then just roll 4 dice. If they all come up crits, you lose the bye.
All right. So, are we gonna see any combat this turn? I think potentially yes, with the boost.
Yeah, because he can boost in. No reason not to if he's not getting shot at.
That's gonna be.
I don't think he
scary.
needs to preserve position.
That's
So
gonna
yeah,
be
now,
hard to defend
now Quinn
against
has
here.
to weather 2 shots
Well,
in order to.
based
Yeah,
on-
the games are wrapping up. You can see the maps of tubes, the tubes of maps being brought back to.
This is probably
This is
all
probably
or
it.
nothing for this
Are you not
round.
pushed to focus here?
No, he did. I think.
I don't think so.
Nothing on the attack though.
Target
Using
lock.
a target lock.
Yeah, he did not have a focus.
Oh, Inquisitor didn't. He wanted to be able to get close on the next attack, maybe. Ooh, but
blanks out.
blanks out.
Well, that was a tough match. I think it was flown.
Came
really
down to the
well.
wire. Oh, look at that handsome devil there who just showed up to see how.
All right, let's not
the game is
reference the
going.
people who are standing.
I think you're currently wearing those jeans.
Yeah, I'm 95% sure that's me.
Yeah, that's so funny. So that's a tough match. That swung really fast when Turr was taken off the board
Yeah.
in one
that was
dice roll.
That was pretty unexpected.
That was the end. I mean, I actually had Quinn very heavily favored when we saw the 2 bombers come off. But yeah, that one round where Turr loses, Valen without any proton rockets against the Inquisitor, he just doesn't have the damage output to be able to push it through.
And I don't believe we saw a boost from Vader the entire game.
Shield
4
upgrade
points, that
would've-
could have been a
would've helped
shield.
it there.
So
Yeah,
you know what?
definitely.
Now that when you said it, I wasn't sure I believed you. Now I think I do.
Yeah, you also have to think about so with upgrades like that, who's going to be the first target your enemy goes for, and if they're targeting Vader, you're not going to get a lot out of your actions, and so the extra hit points would be probably better. But I think actually Turfinier is probably the prime target, and if you're saving Vader as your closer, yeah, we can't tell what that is. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Quinn.
Yeah.
All right, well that's
All
it.
right,
So before you pause it, thank you guys for watching. The videos, subscribe on YouTube, check out our Patreon page.